All right, man. I seen this on Black Sports Online. Shout out to the brother. He be working hard. Hit the subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out the NFL playlist. Won't be on here long for this one, but apparently, Mike McCarthy put Dalvin Cook head on a watermelon and smashed it. And I guess that was a message to the team. I don't know if it was before or after the game. That's what they had to do to Dalvin Cook. Shannon Sharp had the issue with it with his inconsistent inequality. He bashed Kaepernick, and then all of a sudden, he just want to be inconsistent pro-black. But personally, I find a problem with it. Why there had to be a watermelon with Dalvin Cook face on it? It's already questions about the Cowboys organization, about where Jerry Jones stand at with equality. Some black players love him, Deion, Emmitt Smith. A lot of players love him, but he didn't speak out about what was going on. He remained mum. He was telling anybody kneel a few years ago, you guys ain't going to be on part of his team. He didn't want to pay Dak Prescott. We can go on and on. So at the end of the day, Jerry Jones just hired one of his white buddies that believed his views on black people. Who knows? He smelled around the watermelon with a face on it. Was any of the players offended by it? That's the question. Was they offended by it? My question is, did they leak it? I mean, I don't know. Personally, people say black people too sensitive about stuff of that nature, but when there's fire in the Dallas Cowboys organization with all this racial tension going up and Jerry not speaking on it, not playing, Dak Prescott how he did Quincy Carter. But personally, I'm not gonna be crying about this shit. It is what it is. If the players are all right with it in the locker room, cool. If they want to file a grievance, cool. I'm just drained, fighting this black stuff. And you see guys like Shannon Sharp, he get on Mike McCarthy, but then he giving other people a pass and other white people a pass. At the end of the day, could he chose a plum? I mean, what's big? Could he chose a cantaloupe and squashed it? Yeah. Can he chose a pinata and put Dalvin Cook on face and squash it? Yeah. But I'm not about to sit here and be up in arms. And Mike McCarthy is this. He played in one of the most racist cities and states in America, Wisconsin and Green Bay, the city. We already got reservations about Jerry Jones, but it don't matter. The players ain't gonna stop getting their money to stand for something. We seen that. Kaepernick stood for something. And a lot of those players, they didn't stand for nothing. They stood more for their money. They didn't care about the heritage. They didn't care about what's going on. Same thing with the NBA. They boycotted for a day or so. They didn't care. But personally, you just could have used another fruit. Cantaloupe. I mean, sheesh. What else we got out there? Well, ain't too many fruits to pick from. Could have took some. No, banana wouldn't have been a good one, brother. But he just did a pinata. Should he come out and apologize? Absolutely. Everybody. This is just a politically correct world. If you say something at work that's politically incorrect, you apologize or they're gonna fire you. How many players they made apologize or cut them? Janoris Jenkins said retarded. They made him. He didn't apologize. They cut him. He ended up on the Saints in a better situation. How many times Michael Vick didn't apologize for woof woof for the dogs? He still apologized. How many times Kevin Hart apologized for some jokes that was a little bit rubbed the LGBTQ plus community wrong? Still apologizing it years later. But when it comes to the other, they don't have to apologize. That's my problem. I just want to hear him say, I didn't realize it was insensitive. I apologize. I want to see him say, I want to see Jerry Jones say, well, you don't represent this, and we love our black people, and I want to see him, we love the black community. I want to see him. I don't want to see Steven say nothing. I don't want to see Dak come out here and say, well, I want him to see him be, I want to see him be the figurehead no more. I want to see Zeke. I want to see Jerry and Mike McCarthy step up on that podium and apologize for what they did. Do I think a little people are a little bit too insensitive and too politically correct? Absolutely, but it's been a lot done by a lot less than minorities saying, and they got to apologize for it to the public. I want to see Mike McCarthy apologize, and that's it. I'm not calling him a racist. He just, he picked the wrong fruit. Fuck it. But when it comes to people that look like me and Mexicans, Latinos, and Native Americans and Indians and Arabs, we got to apologize for anything insensitive. A lot of people that worship, Islam and Muslim that wear their turbans. I'm going to tell you a story real quick. This nigga always got stories. I was in Best Buy, right? This is before the pandemic. This is when I worked at GM and I was singing Fire Stick. So I had my do-rag on. Before I had this nerve issue in my back, which I got to get this shit fixed. I used to wear do-rag. I can't even wear do-rags. I thought the nerve problem, where my problem was coming from here. I don't know if it's nervous. I thought it was coming from the trap. But apparently, I crept down my back. It's in the shoulder blade, so got to go see about it. But long story short, I had a do-rag on, and I didn't have as much mustache. I ain't got that much now, but I just basically had this. And the guy, in front of me, like, is you Islam? I was like, no, I just got the little beard and no mustache at the time. That's just the way my face was, And he was like, yeah, at one point, during 9/11, he was telling me, he was an older guy, I couldn't wear none of this, man. And he was telling me the stuff they went through, and I was a kid when that shit happened. I remember coming home on buses through Dearborn. If you don't know about Dearborn in Michigan, it's the most populated place by Arabs. I love Dearborn. I love Mongolian barbecue, Buddy's Pizza. I'm gonna shout out this other. I love this Mediterranean place. Not Oasis in Livonia. Banger though. Oasis is a banger, but the other one that's sitting on Oakland, that's next to the Pantheon. I don't really do strip clubs. Man, I can't think of it. It's good as hell too. They own Michigan and Oakland. If you're in Detroit, it's good Arabic food. But it was a lot going on. A lot of people blaming them, driving through Dearborn, cussing them out. And as a kid, I didn't know much about racism, to be honest. Coming from my first school, I was in private school at this point. I probably encountered 2 white people in that school. Real talk. I think one girl, her name was Mercedes. She was mixed. I don't know if she was white or mixed or whatever. And then we had the guy we played basketball with, because he went through the Catholic church. His name was Jimmy. We didn't treat Jimmy no different. Jimmy didn't go to the school, but he went to the church so he can play in the Catholic school league. We didn't treat Jimmy no different. We went to pizza. We didn't know nothing about racism, to be honest. We all had parents that's paying for us to go to school. We know shit about racism. We loved Jimmy like he was black. And Jimmy fit in like he was black. So, you know what I'm saying? So I went to my next school. Had a couple mixed people, some white people. It was a performance art school. Not too many white people in there, right? But that was probably the best school I've been to. Cherry Hill, they closing. For sure, it was the best school that I ever been to. I'm not going to cap. Then I went to public school for the first time in Detroit, which I lived in the hood. So public school wasn't no different. All my friends basically went to public school. And we didn't have really no white people. We had white teachers there, but, went to historically black college. Didn't have too many black people there. Had a couple white people there. But I've never, treated white people different. Yeah, I really never had too many. I had one bad encounter with a white person. And he fucking apologized. It wasn't a big deal. I was like 10, 11 years old when Channel 4, Fox 2 was going to come out. So, I don't judge white people before I get to know them. Are there certain white people that I don't like that I've encountered or I see on TV? Yeah. But to be honest, other than that one incident, I had no bad incidents with white people. To be honest, but I haven't been around a lot of white people though. We played sports. We looked at Jimmy as a bullet brother. Played football. We looked at it as a brother. We can keep going on and on. So, we was easy. The people I grew up with, we didn't grow up ignorant. Single mothers, some of us. Yeah. Fathers in, but we treat them all the same. I ain't never seen a white boy and say, "Oh, F him," throw like that. Basketball is universal. Math, science, you can just keep going. Shit, universal. What's up, G? It's universal. I remember we was playing. Matter of fact, my stepbrother, he passed away. We was playing St. Michael's. I think that was in Livonia, right? And a kid named Jack, he was in the 8th grade. And they have been playing Jack for years. Real talk. They have been playing Jack for years. Real talk. Jack had been playing them. And when Jack had his last game, or it was the last game us playing Jack, everybody stood up for Jack. Everybody loved Jack. White people at their school, black people at their school, black people, white people, everybody fucking loved Jack. It's just a real story. Everybody loved Jack. Shit, I like Jack. Jack and who? Do that shit. Oh, white boy can't hop, he can't jump, he can't shit. I had some white boys that changed your mind I done hooped against. But everybody loved Jack. Everybody loved Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? All the kids we went to school with, we didn't treat Mercedes no different. She was a little bit mixed. Had a mixed boy named Michael Black. His mom still working at Red Lobster. I think she moved to Warren. Love Michael Black mom, Mary. Mary was white, but she was cool as hell. We love Mary. You know what I'm saying? So with all this reverse racism, it doesn't exist. We don't see white people in the hood and beat them up, to be honest. A black person to beat up another black person before he beat up a white person in the neighborhood. It's the honest truth. So we never treated, when I grew up, we never treated white people different. They integrated in our hood. But most of the people that lived in the inner city, white people, that was hood. Shit, what's up, G? What's up, nigga? Oh, cool. I don't say nigga, but what up, you know? So, it just was never really no difference with us. You know, some people grew up different. But none of my friends, I've never went over to their house and they preach racism. Never. You know? My boy Mario lived next door to me while I lived in apartments. Across from him was another dude, and his sister and whatever, his mom. Across from me was another mother raising her single cylinder. He's 6'9" now. My nigga David tall as hell. But, you know, I just never I work with white people too. I work with this one guy, I forget his name. I think his name was Gilliam, whatever his name was. I was a security guard at a steel plant. Gilliam, whatever his name was. Best coworker, one of the best coworkers I've ever had. He was cool. He was a retired private investigator. Cool as ever. Had a brother named Alfie, coolest brother ever. But that white dude he was cool. He didn't. You could tell he wasn't racist. My dad came to fix my tire one day because I needed a tire. Y'all look cool as hell. Like, if that dude needed help, he like, I need some money, whatever. I ran into him. Shit, I give him money. You know, I had white supervisors. We can go there. I had white supervisors when I worked at Chrysler. I don't have a problem with them. No, me and Justice kicked it. Only thing he did, he started me 200 on the fantasy game, but I've never been petty. I really had no problem. I think once black people and the white people that's never really crossed paths, ain't no different. They play Call of Duty, we play Call of Duty. They hoop, we hoop. They play football, we play football. They go to school, we go to school. And I think certain people that you beef with over your lifetime, and I'm going on and on. I'm supposed to be going to get some sweet potato. I didn't know yam and sweet potato was different. I thought they was different. That's what Google told me. I forget every year. But I think even some people you beef with, if whatever y'all beefed about, if y'all never beefed about it, y'all share a lot of common interests. All people of color, we share a lot of common interests. Video games, parenting, some of the stuff the same. The only real difference is it's an enigma how we live, and it's so stereotype how they live. But hey, let me know what you guys think about the video. Don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out with a business question, inquiry, sponsor, video request. All my social media links subscribe. You got a Facebook group. Appreciate everybody that joined that. But if you want to advertise your channel, advertise your business on my channel, hit me up on Twitter. Get you up. Check me out on my live stream. Can't go live on this channel. Check me out Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0 right here on YouTube. This 2.0 the difference. Also, check my Sportscastr off on my live streams. Every one that I do, 100% free. Click the link in the description. It's there. Create a profile, free. Follow me. You'll love it. Other than that, appreciate the love, support. Want to make a donation? CJ Good 313 is my Cash App. That's in the description. PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Best way to donate. Share the video. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. We gone.